we're going to do a super short video proving that God exists. Now, number one, do you agree that even if you don't like God, he can still exist?
No, it's not about I don't like if I don't like God. First, I don't want you to put words in my mouth. What I said to you, you cannot prove God exists. You cannot disprove God doesn't exist. That's what I'm saying to you. You cannot prove it or disprove it.
I can tell you logically that you should believe in God. Okay, do you think that's possible?
You can tell me however you like, but you cannot prove it, you cannot disprove it.
Okay, so the second thing is, that I was going to clarify before I give the proof, okay, is that in Islam at least, okay, there's no contradiction between science and Islam. So I believe in, for example, evolution, because the Quran talks about that. It says that God is the Rabb, which means the God that creates in stages. There's no problem, right? So that's the background. So very simply, are you a logical person? I'm just going to ask you some really basic questions to arrive at a certain mathematical way of arriving at a truth. Are you a logical person?
It depends on what topic.
Okay, so are you sometimes illogical because you're biased?
No, it depends on what topic. That's what.
Okay, I'm talking about God. Are you biased or are you logical?
I'm not biased. I see what on facts.
Great. Okay, fine. Okay, now let me ask you. So I'm going to assume you're logical. Okay.
If you don't show me a fact,
yes.
How can I believe it? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just. Do you understand that I'm building up to something? Yeah. So all I want you to answer. If it's an easy answer, please answer it. Are you logical?
I'm telling you, it depends on what topic.
Okay, I'll leave it at that because everybody, I'm just going to make a comment to the video. Everybody should say they are logical. Doesn't depend on the topic. They can't say they're illogical when it's a topic they don't like.
Some people might play that game, of logic.
I think it's a fair question.
No, it's a fair question, but some people might play that game of logical, and sometimes when you fail to reason with people, then when you lose the argument, you can't be logical. There's a lot of people.
Okay, let me just move on.
Some kind of things that it doesn't have to be logical to actually prove something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fine. Okay, now let me move on. So the next question is the very simple question: is that if the probability of God existing was 6 out of 10 and the probability of God not existing was 4 out of 10, which one should you believe?
No, I'll give it 50-50.
No, I'm saying listen, I'm saying if I'm just trying to build up a tiny piece of logic. If you're open-minded, there should be a very simple answer, okay? If the probability of God existing is bigger, much bigger, then the probability of God not existing, should you believe in God? If
no, I can't answer that. Let me tell you why. Because this is not how I see it. I see facts and proof and facts. So you're asking me a question based on if, but I already know it.
No, but I'm gonna give you the evidence. But this is okay. You know why I'm doing this breakdown? Because every time I talk to atheists, they can't answer the scientific facts.
Because you can't call. Are you saying that I'm an atheist?
You seem to be denying God. So are you an atheist?
Okay, I don't believe in the word atheist. You get what I'm saying, Charles?
Okay.
Because the word atheist has been created by people that all came up with this.
Describe yourself. Because you wanted a short video, I wanted a short video, they want a short video.
Yeah,
tell me what you are.
I said the word atheist.
What are you?
No,
okay.
I've got to explain to you. The word atheist, it does not exist in my dictionary.
What are you?
In the people, no. What am I? I'm a person. Yeah, I'm a human being. Yeah, I educate people. Yeah, I get people from the darkness, from mental enslavement. That's what am I. But
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, but in terms of belief in God, do you believe in God? Yes or no?
I gotta tell you this. I educate people. It's not a belief. It's not about belief. It's about fact.
Yeah, I believe in. I follow the facts. My belief is not an empty belief. It's based on facts. Well, are your beliefs based on facts?
It's not a belief then. It's a fact.
Okay, fine. Let's stick with that word. Okay. So the reason I'm breaking it down, just so you know, is that when I talk about these things, even when I give people conclusive evidence, okay, they refuse to believe it, and this is what the Quran says.
I want you. That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to quote.
Okay, let's. Should I get to the
Give me
point?
evidence. Yeah, get to
Yeah.
the point.
Okay, sure.
You're not getting to the point. That's what I'm
Sorry.
saying.
Okay, because in the past, I give the evidence, and then people just ignore it, and then they. Anyway, let's just get to the point. Okay. The point is, okay. Have you heard of hemoglobin? I'm just going to give one example.
Explain it to me. I've not heard it.
Okay, hemoglobin is the red stuff in blood. Okay, and I'm going to make it really. I'm going to try to keep it really short without doing the breakdown. The probability of hemoglobin being made by accident is, and you can check this up, and I'll give the references. Do you know?
I haven't studied.
That's fine. That's fine. See, if I'm lying on video, then the people in the comments can tell you everybody's a liar, right? So let's pretend this is true, but I'm talking about even. Have you heard of Dawkins, Richard Dawkins? Famous atheist, right? Okay.
No. Listen, what I'm saying, I don't believe in the word atheist.
Oh, okay, so I'm trying to make it really short. Okay, forget Dawkins. Forget. I'm gonna try to avoid the word atheist because I'm gonna try to get to the just to get to the thing.
Yeah, get to the point.
Okay, the thing is, the chance of hemoglobin being made by accident is 1 divided by 10 to the power 700 and something. That is basically 0. The chance of this is just one thing. You could pick out anything in nature, and people don't understand how complicated they are. So this is just one thing. Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the stuff that makes your blood red, and it's a tiny part of what makes your blood red, right? Okay. To make one of them, okay, is so impossible that the chance of something happening like 1 out of a trillion. 1 out of a trillion is 10 to the power 9. That's a tiny number compared to 10 to the power 700. It's 700 zeros. 0.
In fact, what researchers and people that will study GP and GP and doctors and all that, if that's what they're saying, and then if I Google it and there's a fact into it, and it happens to be someone before, then I will go with that. But personally, I don't go with beliefs or what who told you. Because if you go to any place in the planet and you have an issue, there's law and there's facts. When you go to court,
this is a fact. Okay, this is a mathematical fact, and I can give the facts of how it was all calculated. It's very simple maths, actually. Okay. So, given that is true, imagine that's a fact. Okay, that the probability of a single hemoglobin is basically 0 because it's 0.000. So, just to compare, the probability of you dying crossing that road might be 1 in 100 trillion. Okay, the probability of a hemoglobin being made by accident is far, far, far smaller. Okay.
I think if I'm going through that, if I'm going over there, that road right there, because there's a stop sign, there's something like that.
There's a probability.
No, but there's no probability on that because you got to know that if you didn't stop,
and what happens if there's one car?
It might be an accident.
Yes.
And then
I'm talking about. Do you understand what the word probability means?
Yeah, I know what probability means.
So anything could happen, but there's a very small chance. I'm saying the chance of hemoglobin, which is a tiny part of blood, it's not even the whole of the blood, right? Okay, that being made by accident is basically, I'm gonna make it so simple, it's basically 0. Okay, now to make a pin drop of blood, you need 5 million. So a drop of blood so small that it can be on the head of a pin. Okay, 5 million. So basically, to have blood, okay, your heart and everything, that's infinitely more complicated. Now, the probability of that happening by accident without a God is 0. So do you prefer to believe in something that has no chance of happening, or do you prefer to believe in something that has pretty much 100% chance of happening? What do you prefer?
I'm saying I don't know what you're getting at, because the thing is,
There is no chance that God can exist. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say that. I said you cannot prove it or disprove it.
Yeah.
You cannot prove it or disprove it. You can talk about it. You can talk about the whole stuff around you. That to give a suggestion or to give evidence. Say this is all the stuff of what we see outside in nature as a resemblance of God. Do you know what I mean? Like from nature to people to animals to anything. Science, all of that as a resemblance of God. You can only talk about it, but you cannot prove it or disprove it.
Okay,
that's all I gotta say to you.
Listen. That phone, did you see the person who made that phone?
Mate, I can take that phone out, yeah? I used to work on phones. I can take that phone out and make a new phone. I know there's a proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can actually assemble that phone right now, yeah? All the motherboard and keyboard and all that inside, yeah? And I'm bringing new phone. I know how to make. I know because I make phones and I fix the speakers. I fix all of that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can appreciate that phone is not.
It's a fact.
That there was no accident.
It's a fact. Happened. Yes.
It's a fact that even before you dismantled the phone, which I hope you don't, right? Even before you do, you know that somebody made that phone even without breaking it apart. Do you agree?
Human being made a lot of things, not just phones. Yeah, we made a lot of things. We built houses. Yeah. We made shoes. We made a lot of things, yeah? Manufactured clothes and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm saying to you, there is a fact that we know that it's been made. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. We know from our experience. So we know when there's something complicated, we know from our experience it had a creator.
No, it's been created by human beings.
Okay, I'm gonna.
That phone is very simple.
Sure.
It's been created by human beings. You know that. The same as what the light and how you get lamps and then you light bulbs and all that. Human beings make these things. How we made them through chemicals, chemical atoms and all that. But we know that. So you can't really tell me that. Yes, the phone is always going to be a human being came up with the idea. Do you know what I mean? The same as like the oil. Do you know what I mean? The petrols and all of that. Human beings are going to just experience on some ideas and come up with new things, new discoveries, and that's how it works.
So I'm going to summarize because we want to keep this short video, and I think these things are very simple. One, we're talking about the phone. Even without checking this phone has a creator, we know from our experiences complicated things don't just happen or don't appear. They certainly have a creator, and they have to have a very intelligent creator. Given that we are infinitely more complicated beyond our imagination than the phone, then we must have a creator. Now, second thing, which is the main point I was making, and
no, but you can't compare God with that's what I'm saying.
God is intelligence.
You can't compare. That's what I'm saying. You can't compare these things with smaller things that human beings are made, because everything in this nature, including you, our human beings and us and animals, is being made in the picture of that what you're talking about, the God, yeah. But that you can't prove it or disprove it.
I just proved it, but anyway. Okay, listen. So I want to wind up with a verse of the Holy Quran.
You never spoke to.
Sorry?
You never spoke to. You never spoke to him. You never seen him. You've never seen him like that.
You mean God?
Yeah.
I have a constant relationship with God.
That's what I'm saying. But you can't prove it either.
Anyway,
you can just speak about it, but you can't prove it. Mate.
So first of all, logically, if I was just looking at simple probabilities, I have to believe in God. Secondly, I have plenty of experience of God. But I want to end with a very interesting verse of the Holy Quran. Okay, and an interesting verse, and I want you to contemplate on it. God says, "We made us human beings out of simple fluid, yet they are open disputers about the existence of God." Which means, when I say open disputers, when the logic is very simple, and the chance of God existing is 100%, and the chance of God not existing is 0%, okay, yet we still dispute. We are open dispute. We are openly disagreeing with reality. And that's what the Quran says. Because we are so proud. We think, can I just finish? We think, even though we come from such humble origins, like sperm, okay, when we're nothing, and we grow, and now we think we are independent and we can do anything. People should realize there are consequences to not believing in God. One is, you can see in the Western world that it's falling apart as we don't believe in God, okay, because we don't have the values.
No, it's not falling apart. I disagree with you.
We're suffering from loneliness and so many.
No.
Are you saying
the Western world is not falling apart?
Have you heard of population implosion?
It's not falling apart though.
Why are people having less children?
No, it's not falling apart.
How is it not? If
the West is not falling apart.
Do you know Elon Musk?
Look. I know
he said the most dangerous thing in the world at the moment is population implosion. Okay, and so if anything,
just because the human migration is happened in the West, that doesn't mean that it's falling apart. It's not falling apart. It's just we're living in a great migration at the moment, and people migrated now, especially from Central Asia, into the West.
Who is stopping the indigenous people from children?
No. But then. You know, old people would have had like old ideas about talking about, you know what I'm saying, when they can't get their way through. A lot of people that, you know what I mean, because their time is almost near. You know what I mean, when you live 60, 70, 100 years and then you pass away. So they come up with this, we're falling apart. We're not like what we used to before. It's the same, like those people have like flashbacks. You understand? But the West is not falling apart. For any young person outside right here, we'll be having fun going out to
you know what the number of
places.
Do you know the
clubs,
sure,
partying, having a lot of fun?
They're not having fun. They're miserable and depressed.
The only people think about
depression is going up. You know.
No. The only people think about these miserable ideas. Do you know that the West is falling apart? When people grow older and they can't have their way. Do you understand? That's it. But the West is not falling apart, mate.
Anyway, that's it.
It's actually getting
the
better.
Fantastic. Let me
It's
say.
better.
Okay, the fantastic thing.
Than back then.
Okay,
it's getting better because human beings start to understand each other and embrace each other's culture more than back then. Back then there's a slavery, there's all that kind of thing. They don't even accept any other people and colorism and all that. That's what I'm saying. But it's actually getting even better nowadays. Yeah,
anyway, you know what?
But were you saying that it's falling apart? It's actually wrong. It's not falling apart.
Sure. Okay. Do you know what the great thing about Speaker's Corner is? We're all completely disagreeing, but we're the best friends. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
my brother, thank you so much. What was your name again?
Yeah. My name. Leave it like that.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
because people like to be anonymous.
Yeah.
But
it's not anonymous, but you'll find me.
You know what? I'm gonna upload the video today. Do you know my channel?
Yeah, I'll take you. Give me the name.
I'm gonna give you my business card. Check it out, guys. Listen, I'm a friendly guy. I love everybody. I want you to join the comments. Tell me how I am wrong. Okay, that God does not exist, and also tell me, does God matter and all these kind of things. Remember in the comments, if you don't understand God, that doesn't mean God doesn't exist. We're trying to focus on the science, the maths of does God exist. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Thank you.